Okay, welcome back to how to increase your conversions in your marketing. In this video, we're going to be discussing things that you can do once you've already gotten the lead and things leading into the checkout or the sales process. Now, one thing that you can do, and you're going to see this in a very successful marketer and very high converting pages done by Jason Flatland. And you're going to see multiple tier premium options will give a buyer lots of price points that they can choose from and they can even trade up for. And this will get, and sometimes if you give buyers, if you've done a good job of really convincing them that they need your product, giving them some other options will actually increase your conversions. You'll get them to buy something. Maybe not everybody can afford your premium option, but people will opt for the option that's in the middle or opt for an option that's lower because they just like to be inside of the product. So multiple tier premium options can help you. You do want to be careful with this, and you do want to test it like you do with everything else. The standard rule in marketing is that a confused mind will not buy. So you don't want to confuse your buyer. You want to make sure that they are in the right frame of mind where they're making a decision so that multiple options won't throw them. You want to reduce steps in the checkout process. Now, Jason actually has probably at least 2 or 3, which might be one more than normal. But what you'll see is that the checkout process is very simple, and it's actually going to be it's going to lend to people's trust with all the other elements. But in general, you don't want to have a lot of steps people have to take in order to buy from you. Okay? Now, next, one of the things that you want to do is that you want to make sure that you have a phone number on your site. Now, this is not going to be common, right? And what you'll find is that this lends trust. It will increase your conversions. People want to be able to know, or people want to know that they can get somebody if something goes wrong. They'll rarely use your number, but they will have it. And you want to get right to the point in the process. You don't want to have a lot for your buyer to do and to read. Otherwise, you can really torpedo your conversions. You can really give buyers a reason to click off and go away someplace. When possible, now this is interesting, real things. You want to have real things that people can touch, taste, see. Now, they can be digital photographs, but they should be digital photographs of real things, not digital things, right? Wherever possible, if you can have a video with someone real, or a real picture or a real image of something real that's happening, these things actually do boost conversions, especially once a person has already opted in. So now let's take a look, and actually, we talked about this before, but yeah, you do want to have a few clicks to order, and when possible, you want to have a single sign-up column, and when possible, you want to have your call to action to the left. Okay, so all these are things that you can test in your marketing. What I want to do now is I want to go to a very successful marketer's grouping of pages, and you can learn a lot just by looking at his grouping of products, right? So there are a lot of products that Jason Flatland has done. They've been successful, and you can learn a lot by going through the checkout process and really taking a look at what is actually happening, right, with their checkout. Okay, having said that, let's look at one product in particular, Webinar Legend. Now, Webinar Legend has those multiple tiers, right? Okay, and there aren't many steps in the checkout process, even though there might be one more than you're used to. So you've got to accept the terms and conditions, and this is really almost necessary these days because you want to make sure that people understand under the terms at which they're actually buying. Okay, so maybe this is something that he's tested also. Okay, so once you have accepted these terms, okay, you go to PayPal and then you can order. Right? Notice at the bottom there's a phone number and part of the site. Right? As well as support here. Okay, only a few clicks in order to make your order. Okay, you're going to get an instant download, of course. Okay, and then everything's in one column and the call to action is on the left. Okay, everything's going to be on the left hand side that you've got to do of this actual page. Okay, all of those things will help the buyer to continue through the process. And when possible, you want to use these elements also. Okay, so those are all the things within our post lead generation or sales process. And I will see you in the next video.